What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Madrid, Spain, for Monday, July 31st, 2017, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Oh, everyone had a fantastic weekend. George R.R. Martin is clearing up rumors concerning the publication of his long-delayed fantasy novel, The Winds of Winter. Martin's books are the basis for the blockbuster HBO drama Game of Thrones, which is currently in its 7th penultimate season. Martin wrote in a recent blog post, "I've seen some truly weird reports about WoW on the internet of late by journalists who make up their stories up out of whole cloth. I don't know which story is more absurd, the one that says the book is finished and I've been sitting on it for some nefarious reason, or the one that says I have no pages. Both reports are equally false and equally moronic. I am still working on it. I am still months away. How many? Good question. I still have good days and bad days, and that's all I care to say. Whether Winds or the first volume of Fire and Blood will be the first to hit the bookstores is hard to say at this juncture, but I do think you'll have a Westeros book from me in 2018, and who knows, maybe two. A boy can dream." Martin's 5th book in the series, A Dance with Dragons, was released in 2011. True Detective has indeed landed Oscar-winning actor Mahershala Ali for Season 3. HBO's president of programming, Casey Boyles, confirmed Wednesday at the Television Critics Association Summer Press Tour that Ali will star in the show's potential new season. He said, according to Entertainment Weekly, "I have read 5 scripts for a 3rd season. I'm very, very impressed and excited about what I've read. I don't want to give away the storyline, but I really think they're terrific." Boyles said Season 3 will be a go once HBO finds directors for the season, according to Deadline. Now, the previous season's directors, including Cary Fukunaga and Justin Lin, are expected to return. Ali, who won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor this year for his role in Moonlight, was first rumored for Season 3 this month. He shared news of his casting on Instagram following the announcement Wednesday. He captioned a True Detective promo, Season 3 at HBO. True Detective is an anthology series that starred Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson in Season 1, and Colin Farrell, Rachel McAdams, and Vince Vaughn in Season 2. McConaughey said in December that he's open to returning to the show. He told The Rich Eisen Show, "I've talked to the creator, Nick Pizzolatto, who's taking a break from it. If that thing was written well and it came up again, I wouldn't hesitate for a second." Ali is known for playing Richard Tyler in the series The 4400, Remy Dalton in The House of Cards, and Count Mouth on Luke Cage. He is slated for the movie Alita, Battle Angel with Isa Gonzalez. Sarah Silverman wants to bring people together in a politically divided country with her upcoming Hulu variety show, I Love You, America. Silverman and executive producers Adam McKay, Amy Vai, and Gavin Purcell discussed the series Thursday during the Hulu's portion of the Television Critics Association Summer Press Tour in Beverly Hills, where the comedian discussed how she hopes the show help bridge the cultural divide in America. Silverman says the mission statement for the show could be exposing the fact that we're actually the same. Comedy at its best can get people's porcupine knees to go down. Until that happens, none of us are open to change. I Love You, America will feature field pieces and segments filmed in a studio with an opening monologue, along with a focus group of 12 people from various walks of life who can be referred to throughout the show, noted the Hollywood Reporter. Segments will include a 46-year-old connecting with everyday people, and one skit that involves Silverman having dinner with a family who has never met a Jewish person. Silverman explained, "It's funny when I read about the show, what the show is, people are going to be wildly disappointed. It's not like we deal with politics or politicians. The way in which it is political is that everything is political right now just by virtue of it being made in this period of time." She said of the show's humor, "What is really important is that it will be funny and silly and aggressively dumb, which is my favorite kind of comedy. And anything smart that is in there will be served in a big fat bready sandwich of super, super dumb, because that's how I like my comedy." I Love You, America is set to premiere on Hulu on October 12th. In a related story, Hulu says it has inked a deal with Warner Bros. Domestic television distribution to stream more than 800 episodes of 5 1990 sitcoms. The full library of Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step, Perfect Strangers, and Hanging with Mr. Cooper will be available to subscribers September 29th. Craig Erwich, Hulu's Senior Vice President of Content, said in a statement, "These shows are more than just beloved hits. They were part of a cultural tradition to tune in every Friday night. Now it can be Friday any day of the week on Hulu." Kevin Warner, the president of Warner Brothers Domestic Television Distribution, says with this acquisition, Hulu is making available to their subscribers one of the most popular comedy blocks of programming ever. These hit family comedies have entertained viewers for decades and will now be available on Hulu's streaming video on-demand platform. Hulu is already the streaming home of the classic shows The Golden Girls, Seinfeld, and The O.C. And speaking of Jerry Seinfeld, he has taken the #1 spot atop the Forbes annual list of highest paid comedians ahead of Chris Rock and Louis C.K. The list released Thursday has the comedians in cars getting coffee star earning $69 million over the past year, thanks in part to a Netflix stand-up deal he signed and syndication checks from the hit 90s sitcom Seinfeld. Coming in second place is Chris Rock, who earned $57 million, and then Louis C.K. with $52 million. All top 5 comedians listed included Dave Chappelle in fourth place with $47 million, and Amy Schumer, the lone woman on the list with $37.5 million in fifth place, made big profits over the past year due to deals with Netflix. Last year's top earner Kevin Hart has fallen to sixth place with $32.5 million as he is focused more on his film career and taking the stage for stand-up shows. Seinfeld's lucrative deal with Netflix was announced in January and includes bringing over his series Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee to the streaming service, along with filming 2 new stand-up specials and helping the company develop scripted and non-scripted programming. Season 2 of Michelle Dockery's con artist drama Good Behavior is to begin on TNT October 15th. The show co-stars Juan Diego Botto, Terry Kinney, Lisa Strauss, Niall Steele, and Joey Kern, and was created by Chad Hodge and Blake Crouch. Hodge is the showrunner for the series, which is based on Crouch's book. The synopsis reads, Letty Raines always gets what she wants. She even got back the one thing that had eluded her for so long, her son Jacob. Unfortunately, the deal she struck with the FBI to regain custody of her son nearly cost her the love of an assassin named Javier, the one man who ever truly understood her. As the second season of Good Behavior opens, Letty has patched things up with Javier and reconciled her mother Estelle. Estelle has long stand in the way of Letty's getting custody of Jacob. Actress and media mogul Oprah Winfrey says her A Wrinkle in Time co-star Mindy Kaling revealed to her she is pregnant just before Winfrey spoke to reporters at Disney's D23 Expo earlier this month. Winfrey told People magazine, "That's when she told me, my mouth dropped. What did you say?" She said, "Oh, Oprah, I don't think you know. I'm 5 months pregnant." And I said, "What?" That was it, and we just kept smiling. And then I said to Reese Witherspoon, "Did you know?" And she said, "I just found out too." And then I said to Wrinkle director Ava DuVernay, "Did you know?" And she said, "I just found out." I'm excited for her. E! News was the first to report that the Mindy Project star and The Office alum is expecting her first child, but the actress and writer has not publicly announced her pregnancy. The identity of the baby's father has so far been kept private. In a related story, the Mindy Project Season 6 will feature the return of Chris Messina. Series creator and star Mindy Kaling and showrunner Matt Warburton confirmed Thursday at the Television Critics Association Summer Press Tour that Messina will reprise Danny Castellano in the Hulu show's final season, according to TV Line. Messina starred as Danny and Mindy Lahiri's ex-fiancé and the father of her son in seasons 1 through 4, but appeared only as a guest star in season 5. Danny married Sarah midway through the season, while Mindy wed Ben, played by Brian Greenberg, in the season 5 finale. Warburton teased, according to the Hollywood Reporter, "The one thing we can promise the audience is a little bit of clarity about where they stand. It's so great to see them back because we've always known they are always going to be in each other's lives, but it's great to actually see what that means this season." Kaling said, "It's complicated. They are both married to other people, so we went into that season with all of that, which makes things sort of fun and delicious." Kaling says Mindy's marriage to Ben will play a big role in the season, with the character discovering, quote, the reality of marriage and learning what lives up to the expectations and what didn't. She also hints Mindy may end up in a surprising place. The actress said, I think that all of us would agree that we do have happily ever after. The connotations of it, that everything is tied up neatly in a bow, is something we aren't super interested in. That side of it, I think we're trying to avoid, while also leaving the audience with a sense of feeling that it was all about something and that it really was a project and that she had some growth in the end. The Mindy Project co-stars Ed Weeks, Ike Barinholtz, and Tamara Webb, and will return for a final season September 12th on Hulu. Modern Family star Judy Boland will guest star as a rival mother in the season. Stephen Colbert is teaming up with Showtime to develop a new animated comedy series based on President Donald Trump. The untitled 10-episode series will premiere on Showtime this fall, Variety reported. The show will feature Trump, his family, and inner circles during their time in the White House and will keep up with current events. Showtime said the project features the, quote, the thrush adventures of Trump's confidants and Bovants, family, top associates, heads of government, Gulf pros, and anyone else straying into his orbit, interpretedly exploring their histories and their psychics, revealing insights into what makes them so definitely Trumpian. Colbert is developing the project and program with Late Show runner Chris Leach. Showtime's president and CEO David Niven said in a statement, Stephen and Chris have an uncanny genius for deconstructing the world of President Trump, and this series opens a new realm for them. Their vision will produce a comedy that makes waves, gets attention, and plays great on our networks, including our streaming service. Colbert added, I know a lot of people want to do this. I'm honored that the cartoon president invited our documentary crew entered into his private world. I've seen some of the footage, and I look forward to sharing the man behind the MAGA. Development on the series comes after Colbert regularly pokes fun at the president on The Late Show. Hollywood stars Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon will star in a forthcoming TV series. The 48-year-old Friends alum and 41-year-old Big Little Lies actress will team on an untitled project focused on a New York morning show, according to Variety. The series is being led by former HBO head of drama Michael Ellenberg and his production company Media Ross. House of Cards producer Jay Carson will write the script with Aniston, Witherspoon, and Steve Kloves as executive producers. The Alley Reporter reported that the show will be shopped to premium cable networks, including HBO and streaming services such as Netflix. The project is expected to draw interest from multiple bidders. Aniston and Witherspoon are longtime friends who previously collaborated when Witherspoon guest starred on Friends. The new series marks a return to TV for Aniston, who last starring role was Rachel on Friends. The actress told Variety in January, I thought about TV a lot. That's where the work is. That's where the quality is. At this point in my career, I want to be part of wonderful stories, exciting characters, and also just having a good time. Aniston will also star in the movie Dumpling with Danielle McDonald, while Witherspoon is slated for Home Again with Reid Scott and a big screen adaptation of A Wrinkle in Time with Oprah Winfrey and Mindy Kaling. Fear the Walking Dead actor Colman Domingo is developing a series called In the Middle of the Street for AMZ. The show is based on the celebrated play Dot. A synopsis says, adding the drama, a family is fading in West Philadelphia must confront old secrets in order to face the challenges of their present, adding that the drama unflinchingly tackles aging parents, marriage, sexuality, and politics with humor and joy. No casting or premiere date have been announced yet. Veteran broadcast journalist Katie Couric confirmed she has left Yahoo, where she worked as a global news anchor since 2013. Couric said in a statement to the New York Post, I'm very proud of my time at Yahoo, anchoring live events, political coverage, and breaking news with a team of very talented journalists. I've learned some valuable lessons during my tenure, which I will take with me. The company, which was recently bought by Horizon, told The Hill, over the last 4 years, Katie has created a vast portfolio of work that has been equal parts inspiring, thought-provoking, and fun to watch. We're proud of everything she has accomplished and look forward to exploring ways to work together in the future. The Hill says Couric's interviews did not generate the amount of attention the company had hoped. People magazine says Couric's annual $10 million contract expired in March, but was extended until June. Couric reportedly plans to continue working with the company on a project basis. Actress Tara Reid says she thinks she knows why her Sharknado TV movies have become a summer tradition for millions of people. The 41-year-old actress told UPI in a recent phone interview, "Today in life, everything is so serious. There are so many bad things happening, crime, war, the political stuff that we've gone through in this last year. People look forward to these movies. It's almost like the Super Bowl. It comes out once a year. They have Sharknado parties. They know it's going to be outrageous, and they know it's going to be crazier than the last one, and they sit together and they make drinking games of it. People go all out for it. They get people together and they have fun, and we get to make a movie that gets people together to celebrate and have fun. That's awesome." Like its predecessor, Sharknado 5 Global Swarming is a chock full of celebrity cameos. Among those dropping by for 5 are Fabio, Tony Hawk, Clay Aiken, Olivia Newton-John, and her daughter Khloe, Brett Michaels, Charo, Gilbert Gottfried, Al Rooker, Chris Kattan, Kathy Lee Gifford, and Hoda Kotb. Reid noted, "Everyone loves being in it because everyone knows this is a movie that doesn't take itself seriously. It's a movie that is fun. It makes people have fun. They're in it for the joke. They get it. Everyone wants to be part of something fun, and that makes people happy." Sharknado Global Swarming, co-starring Ian Ziering, is to debut on Sci-Fi on Saturday. Lifetime says it has renewed Unreal for a 4th season and ordered Season 2 of Mary Kay's People. The announcement was made Friday by Liz Gatley, the cable network's executive vice president and head of programming. Also on Lifetime's schedule is the psychological thriller You, starring Penn Badgley and Elizabeth Leo, as well as the Simone Biles story and Toni Braxton's TV movie Faith Under Fire. Galley says it's an exciting time for all women when a female-directed movie featuring a female superhero tops the summer box office. In television, Lifetime is the top-tier destination for hiring female writers, directors, and producers, and we continue to celebrate the everyday real-life heroes in our programming. A&E says it has set premiere dates for 2 programs tied to the 15th anniversary of Elizabeth Smart's childhood abduction. Elizabeth Smart autobiography will air the 2 90-minute installments on A&E November 12th and 13th, while the Lifetime original movie I Am Elizabeth Smart, starring Skeet Ulrich, Dietrich Lovejoy, and Alana Bolden, is to debut on November 18th. Rob Sheridan, president of programming for A&E Network, said in a statement Friday, "With Lifetime as the leading movie brand in cable and A&E as the forefront of long-form documentary storytelling, we have the unique opportunity to utilize the combined power of our portfolio to tell critical stories like this one and connect with the wilder audience in original and powerful way." Smart, who cooperated with the making of the documentary and TV movie, was 14 when she was abducted by a religious fanatic in June 2002 from her home in Salt Lake City. She was held captive for 9 months, during which she was starved and raped until she managed to escape. Tony winner Mandy Patinkin said Friday he will not star as planned in the Broadway musical Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812 this summer. The white actor's casting was met with a social media backlash because it meant it would cut short the run of African-American actor Oak Okondaw-Dowin in the role of Pierre. Patinkin said in an emailed statement to the New York Times, "My understanding of the show's request is that I stepped into the show is not as it has been portrayed, and I would never accept a role knowing it would harm another actor. I have heard what members of the community have said, and I agree with them. I'm a huge fan of Oak, and I will therefore not appear in the show." The producers have said that the musical is losing money after the departure of Josh Groban, and the team wanted to bring in the well-known Patinkin to increase ticket sales. They explained the timing of the cast change was due to Patinkin's shooting schedule on the Showtime series Homeland. The producers also said they hope Okondaw-Dowin, a Hamilton alum, would consider returning to the show after Patinkin finished his performances, but Okondaw-Dowin announced on social media he would not be back after his last scheduled show on August 13th. He says, "I always try to speak from my heart with love. After listening, I have listened. I'm more than grateful for all the love and support the community and fans have shown me. It makes what we do and deal with as artists easier when you know many people do indeed have your back and that you are valued for your work. In spite of everything, I am grateful to have had the time to bring this character to life with a remarkable cast that truly made the Imperial Theater a sacred place every night. August 13th will be my last show. I will not be returning." Show creator Dave Malley also addressed the matter on Twitter. Malley wrote, "Hey y'all, a bit of a devastating last 24 hours. So sorry of how everything went down. Both bothing both love and artistic owl at Oak Smash. Playbill.com said President Ingrid Michaelson said temporarily replacing longtime cast member Britton Ashford is an effort to boost ticket sales. Malley added, the show was in desperate shape. Sales after Ingrid leaving August 13th were catastrophically low. Shows would have closed. It apparently is a weird show. Turns out it needs a name to sell it. Malley went on, Mandy is a beautiful legend. He had no idea. He didn't ask to out Oak. The show asked him to come ASAP because we were on the brink of closing. Another post from Malley said, so sorry to have missed the racial optics of it. We had to do something with dear beloved Britain. So in my head, it was no different. Former Soprano star Jamie-Lynn Sigler is going to have a second son. The 36-year-old actress enlisted husband Cutter Dykstra and 3-year-old son Beau Kyle to help announce she's pregnant with a baby boy. She captioned a clip Friday. We're excited to announce it's a video and edited by Ed Donatelli of Dykstra pitching a ball filled with blue powder to Beau. Sigler told fans this month that she and Dykstra, a 28-year-old former baseball player for the Washington Nationals, are expecting another child. She shared a photo July 18th of her 5 positive pregnancy tests. The star wrote, this isn't the actual pic. I sent my husband this past Mother's Day while lying on the bathroom floor. I just had returned from Israel, was jet lagged, and didn't believe my eyes. So I had to obviously be at Clear Blue 5X over shore. She added, we are so excited to announce the hashtag Clear Blue confirmed arrival of another little one in just a few short months. Sigler and Dykstra married in Palm Springs, California in January after a 3-year engagement. The actress went public with her 15-year battle with multiple sclerosis in an interview with People published just days later. She told the magazine, things are manageable now. It takes a fine attitude to deal with all of this. This disease can absolutely take over your life if you let it. Sigler is known for playing mezzo-soprano on The Sopranos and has since appeared on Entourage, Ugly Betty, and CSI Cyber. She will next star in the movie Justice with Stephen Lang. Dad to Tarek El Moussa opened up about the challenges of fatherhood in a new post this week. The 35-year-old television personality says Thursday on Instagram that his number one goal is to be the best dad to Taylor and Braden, his 6-year-old daughter, and 23-month-old son with ex-wife Christina El Moussa. El Moussa wrote, well, my kids go home today, and I'm sitting in my car on set as I write this. Being a dad is not easy. It takes love, hard work, patience, and the understanding that everything you do today around your children will affect them for the rest of their lives. Yes, I have my number one goal in life that I will accomplish is being the best dad, friend, and mentor to my children. I just love them so much, and I want them to live the best life ever. I love you, Tay and Bray. El Moussa gave fans a glimpse of Taylor and Braden while doing a photo shoot with the pair on a boat this month. He shared several posts from the outing, including a video of himself and his kids enjoying the boat ride. The star wrote at the time, being a father to these two amazing kids is the best feeling in the world. Moussa and Christina announced their split in December after 7 years of marriage. Christina, who will continue to star with Al Moussa on the HGTV series Flipper Flop, said in February that their kids are doing well. She told Good Morning America, despite everything, our primary focus is and always will be our kids. We'll continue to work together. The star added, our kids are transitioning well. Tarek and I are friends, and we have a lot of support from our families. Lamar Odom says his son's death was a tipping point in his drug use. The 37-year-old former NBA player recalled his son Jaden's death in an essay for the Players Tribune while confessing how his cocaine addiction made him a scumbag, including to ex-wife Khloe Kardashian. Odom recalled, about 2 years after I started doing coke, I got a phone call that changed my life. It was the summer of 2006. I've been out partying all night, and I hadn't gone home. He added, my son Jane was 6 months old at the time. He was at home in his crib. I should have been at home with him, but I was out doing whatever. Odom says he received a panic call from Jane's mother, Lisa Morales, who was rushing their unresponsive son to the hospital. Doctors later told the pair Jane had died from sudden infant death syndrome. The star shares, I used to think about what he would look like if he was still here. Actually, I still think about it almost every day. No answers, just gone, like that. And you're supposed to just accept it. You're supposed to live with that. He says, I think everything picked up at that point with the drugs, even subconsciously. You don't even know why you're doing it at that point. I think subconsciously you make yourself an addict because of the trauma you're going through. Odom, who married Kardashian in 2009, said he fell into a cycle of cocaine use, cheating, and other destructive behaviors. He finally got sober following his highly publicized hospitalization in October 2015. He says of Lamar Jr. and Destiny, his son and daughter with Morales, I'm sober now, but it's an everyday struggle. I have an addiction. I'll always have an addiction, and it never goes away. I mean, I want to get high right now, but I know that if I want to be here for my children. Odom previously confessed in an interview with Us Weekly to cheating on Kardashian with multiple women. Kardashian supported Odom throughout his hospitalization and recovery, but finalized her divorce from the star in December. A related story, reality television personality Khloe Kardashian posted on Instagram a photo Saturday of her 61-year-old beanie-clad mom, Kris Jenner, snapping a selfie in a mirror. The image is captioned, Kris Jenner looking like a snack. I see you, mommy. #6 kids and bad. The photo of the mother of Khloe, Kim, Kourtney, and Rob Kardashian, and Kylie and Kendall Jenner got nearly 500,000 likes in the first hour it was online Saturday. New dad George Clooney says the safety of his twins demands he sues over new paparazzi photos. The 56-year-old actor promised legal action in a statement Friday to TMZ after the French magazine Voice published images of Ella and Alexander, his infant daughter and son with wife Amal. The star says, over the last weeks, photographers from Voice magazine scaled our fence, climbed our trees, and illegally took pictures of our infants inside our home. Make no mistake, the photographers, the agency, and the magazine will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. E! News reported the photos show Clooney and Amal holding their twins at their estate in Lake Como, Italy. Right for the Voice defended the magazine's rights to publish the pictures, saying the photos didn't endanger the family. The rep said George and Amal Clooney have been very public personalities for the last few years. The birth of their twins, Ella and Alexander, has also been commented by a lot by themselves and their families. The rapper explained the images published in Voice this Friday are a response to a public demand. People love George Clooney and have been following his life story for years now. Those pictures do not put in danger Mr. Clooney, his wife, or their kids. Clooney and Amal married in Venice, Italy in September 2014 and welcomed Ella and Alexander in June. The actor's longtime friend Randy Gerber said the same month that Clooney and Amal are doing well as new parents. Gerber said of Clooney, he's so happy right now, just in life in general, and having those kids, is an incredible feeling for him. He added, I did see the babies. My wife, Cindy Crawford, and I went to London and went to the house and spent some time with them. The kids are a perfect mix of George and Amal. I mean, they are really so cute. And passing to report, June Foray, a cartoon voice actress best known for providing the voices of Rocky and Natasha in the Rocky and Bullwinkle Show, has died at the age of 99. Foray's friend Dave Nimitz confirmed the star's death late Wednesday on Facebook, writing, with a heavy, heavy heart. Again, I want to let you all know that we've lost our little June today at 99 years old. Foray's cause of death has yet to be disclosed. Outside of Rocky and Bullwinkle, Foray also provided the voices of other cartoon characters such as Witch Hazel from Looney Tunes, Nell from Dudley Do-Right, Granny from Tweety and Sylvester cartoons, Cindy Lou Who from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and Mother Magoo in the Mr. Magoo series, and many others. In film, Foray provided the voices for Lucifer the Cat in Cinderella, a mermaid in Peter Pan, and a demonic doll, Talkie Tina, in an episode of The Twilight Zone titled Living Doll. The actors also returned for 2000's The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle, and for DreamWorks' 2014 Rocky and Bullwinkle short. Foray was 99. Miranda Lambert says she's focused on herself in the wake of her highly publicized divorce. The 33-year-old country star said in the August 5th issue of Billboard that she is, quote, carving her own path in life and music following her split from fellow singer Blake Shelton. She says of resisting country music conventions, I'm not going to try to fit in, but I'm not trying to be an outlaw. I'm just trying to do me. And if that's carving my own path and making my own lane, then I'll do that. Lambert released her 6th studio album, The Ways of These Wings, in December after calling quits with Shelton in July 2015. She confirmed the album tells her side of the split, but denied it is a breakup record. The star said, if you want to hear my side of the story or my opinion of what happened, it's all on there. There's no mystery anymore. Take from it what you will. She also says, I walked in with guns blazing. I just knew one thing. I didn't want a breakup album. I was like, let's feel it all. I was ready to have the days where I can't even stand up and the days where I'm celebrating. Lambert returned to the Nashville area following her split from Shelton, purchasing a 400-acre property outside the Tennessee capital. She says the move has done wonders for her social life and creative process. The singer shared, I'm going out to bars and hanging out and then having nights with girls, writing songs on my porches and going to see shows. She explained, I live with Blake in a small town in Oklahoma. I remember I had to write a song for a Dodge Ram commercial. It was hard. I barely got out, and I was like, man, I need some fuel. I have to go fall in love with it again, so Nashville does that for me. Lambert is presently dating Anderson East while Sheldon is seeing Gwen Stefani. Lambert said in the August issue of Cosmopolitan that falling in love is big and worth it when you find the right person. Mick Jagger released new music videos for a pair of new songs addressing the current state of politics in Great Britain and abroad. Jagger says the songs titled Gotta Get a Grip and England Lost were written in response to the confusion and frustration with the times we live in. He added in the statement that the music was inspired by the, quote, anxiety, unknowability of the changing political situation, and his lack of hope that the situation will improve. Jagger said, we obviously have a lot of problems, so am I politically optimistic? The video for Gotta Get a Grip takes place at a nightclub packed with sweat-covered revelers who eventually erupt into a riot as Jagger sings about greed, dishonest media, politicians, and xenophobia. Jagger said of the song, the message I suppose is, despite all those things that are happening, you got to get on with your own life, be yourself, and attempt to create your own destiny. England Lost tells the tale of a soccer match in which fans are disappointed at England's defeat on a rainy day, meant to represent this, quote, difficult moment in our history. Jagger says it's all about the unknowability about where you are and the feeling of insecurity. That's how I was feeling when I was writing. It's obviously got a fair amount of humor because I don't like anything too on the nose, but it's also got a sense of vulnerability of where we are as a country. Jagger says he enjoyed the ease and freedom of releasing tracks individually rather than placing them on an album. He says it's always refreshing to get a creative in a different fashion, and I feel a slight throwback to a time when you could be a bit more free and easy by recording on the Hoove and putting it out there immediately. The Rolling Stones frontman added he wrote the songs in April and wanted to release them as soon as possible to preserve their impact. He says, I didn't want to wait until next year when these two tracks might lose any impact and mean nothing. And finally, the World War II movie, Dunkirk, is the #1 film in North America for a second weekend, earning $28.1 million in receipts. BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. Coming in #2 is the Emoji Movie with $25.7 million, followed by Girls Trip at #3 with $20.1 million, Atomic Blonde at #4 with $18.6 million, and Spider-Man Homecoming at #5 with $13.5 million. Rounding up the top tier are War for the Planets of the Apes at #6 with $10.4 million. Despicable Me at 3 at #7 with $7.7 million. Valerian and the City of Thousand Planets at #8 with $6.8 million. Baby Driver at #9 with $4.1 million. And Wonder Woman at #10 with $3.5 million. And as your entertainment report for Monday, July 31st, 2017, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and I'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.